EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Prescott looks to throw right away. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Right back to Conner here on first. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Murray going to throw. That's complete to McBride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray a give. This is Conner. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They run behind center with Conner. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Conner, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. 30! And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
First down, Murray. Touchdown! Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Prater on to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Prescott. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Fourth down, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Prescott now. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Kamu Grugier-Hill getting in there and taking him down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so...
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is Benjamin, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Murray to throw. Gets this to Moore. Nice little juke. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Murray. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Look at this, a tight end carry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.